Alright, hello and welcome to Chicken Coop Season 4, Week 4, up against Charms and the Lost Forest Lilligants this week. And yeah, we're facing a nice old Sun team here. Good difference between this and the Rain team from a few weeks back. There was 2 weather matchups in a row, as next week up against the Sand team. Surprised to see in just an 8-person division having 3 weathers, especially when Pelipper Rain isn't one of them. Instead going for Polytoad Rain. But let's take a little look at their team. Chi-yu, Mega-Zard Y are definitely going to give me some headaches. Very, very powerful fire-type attackers. And of course, Mega-Zard Y has Scorching Sands for Heatran. Otherwise, it would be quite easy for me to just slap an Assault Vest and Flash Fire and just absolutely be able to cook the 2 of these. But instead, I'm going to have to settle for something a little different, but we'll get into that when I go over my team. Ferrothorn, definitely quite annoying, as I can't just spam water-type moves. Instead, gonna have to get a little creative with beating Ferrothorn, but I've got a few things for it. Tornadus-T, very good Pokemon, really annoying with Regenerator. It's got Defog. It's got moves like Knock Off and Heat Wave that can be really annoying for certain Pokemon. And yeah, that's not going to be too fun to face off against. I'm gonna really struggle, I think, against Tornadus-T. A great Tusk, a great partner in Sun. Since, yeah, Sun activates photosynthesis if I'm not mistaken. So it'll get a stat boost, which is going to be scary. I'm not exactly sure yet how I'm going to fully tackle Great Tusk, but I do have a few ideas. Because luckily it is not the most specially defensive Pokemon in the world. Though they could AV it. They could do Spadef Great Tusk, but I'm more afraid of a really offensive one. But we will cross that bridge when we come to it. Swampert. A little odd here is you already have a good ground type. I don't know if I would have went with Swampert for my water type, but it's a very good one. Another thing you can just slap an Assault Vest on and have it kind of just run wild against the opposing team. Got pretty good coverage, and I mean water and ground is always annoying to face, so yeah, I'll have to deal with that. Whimsicott, good Prankstermon, also I think has Chlorophyll, but it's kind of weak. I'm not too afraid of it. It's like a backup Sunsetter, I think, for this team. I don't really expect to show up with the type of team I have. I don't think it matches up well. Raichu Alola probably not showing up because I have Spectrier. Quillfish Hisui is something I didn't really think about, but is pretty threatening now that I look at it. Or well, it's kind of threatening. It threatens my main sweeper, which is obviously Spectrier. But I mean, against the rest of my team, it can't do a lot to Heatran, I bet. Doubt it does shit to Mega Venusaur. Yeah, I should be fine against this, as long as I play carefully. And then Vileplume as their Chlorophyll Pokemon. Pretty slow, only base 50 on Chlorophyll, which I think is fucking terrible. I think if they went with Victreebel, they'd be doing a bit better, but Vileplume can fill a better defensive role if they were to do that. So now that I've pretty much explained their team, might as well go on to my own. Starting off with my own Chlorophyll Pokemon, Chlorophyll Venusaur. Obviously, I do need to run the Mega Stone because I technically only own Mega Venusaur, but I can choose when I want to Mega. Like, I couldn't just run this with, like, say, Black Sludge or something. That's not allowed. I do have to run the item. But I don't need to Mega Evolve until I want to. So, as long as having Chlorophyll is still beneficial for me, I'm going to just keep that. Because it lets me outspeed stuff like Chi-yu, Mega-Zard Y, and Tornadus-T in Sun, which is going to be really nice, because if they're weakened, I can get a nice hit off. I mean, with only base 100 until it Mega Evolves, but if I Mega Evolve, I'm going to go second, because I lose Chlorophyll, but I do gain Thick Fat, which is quite important. because Thick Fat will be useful against Chi-Yu. If there's no sun up, I'll just Mega Evolve and Thick Fat and tank whatever hit it's gonna do to me, probably like a Flamethrower or a Fire Blast, maybe even an Overheat, which I'm pretty sure I could tank an Overheat. Oh, maybe not, but we'll find out. Yeah, this is pretty self-explanatory. For a while I was running Growth over Sludge Bomb, but then I realized if I don't run Sludge Bomb, I cannot hit Mega-Zard Y pretty much at all. And I'd also be missing out on damage on Tornadus-T, and then something like I'd lose a 1v1 to Whimsicott if there was no sun, which would be pretty sad. And I'd also lose 1v1 to Vileplume without sun, most likely, so I just didn't want that to happen. We've got Protective Pads Palafin coming back from week 1, except this one is max HP instead of max speed. Obviously 0 to hero, there's no real debate on that one. The way I think I'm going to start this match is lead Palafin and then immediately double into Ditto. Just so I wouldn't get immediately owned. Even though, I mean, hey, I might still get immediately owned, but you never know. I think that is the right play, either way. Just so I can definitely get it into hero form, because I need hero form desperately this match. I cannot afford to be stuck in the little dolphin form. Close combat, obviously for Ferrothorn, it's very important, and Ice Punch as well. So if I'm out there 1v1 against Ferrothorn, the way I plan on playing it is I'm going to Ice Punch first, and then Close Combat, because Close Combat does not OHKO, even if it's specially defensive, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I think it's, yeah, it does 75 min to specially defensive, and then like what, 68 max to Fizz, 67 max to Fizz Def. But if it's Fizz Def, it probably won't be Fizz Def with Power Whip, at least. I mean, even if it is, though, no attack Power Whip probably OHKOs me at -1. And good odds too at -1, so I'm gonna have to play careful. Hopefully early on, well, by how much a Jet Punch does, I'm pretty sure will tell me if it's physical or special. Yeah, the ranges don't even overlap, so I can figure it out if it comes in on Jet Punch. Only problem is, they're going to know immediately that I'm Protective Pads if I hit them with a contact move. But hopefully, an ideal lead matchup for me would be Palafin against something like Swampert, where I can just immediately flip turn out and then just get damage on them. But if I get something like, say, Palafin on Mega-Zard Y, I mean, Mega-Zard Y is probably going to have Solar Beam, right? So I have to double out on that. So I just immediately go hard into Ditto, and hopefully be able to catch them with that. That's pretty much the plan for that. Does this OHKO Chi-Yu? Oh, nice, it does. It kills Chi-Yu outside of Sun with Jet Punch. I like that. Always like to see that. Always like to see that. This has to kill. Huh. If I Mega Evolve, I can tank a Fire Blast from Chi-Yu, even if it's modest. Not if it's Specs, though. If it's Specs, I'm sure it'll die. Yeah, I mean, this thing... Damn, Max Spadef Heatran takes minimum 35. It's a guaranteed 3-hit KO by Dark Pulse, and I only... Jesus Christ, that is sickening. That damage is disgusting. Why are they blank sets for fucking Mega-Zard? Alright, well, going on from that, kind of gave it away already. Max Spadef Heatran with an air balloon. This is mostly just so Mega-Zard Y immediately loses a 1v1. Because I've obviously got Power Gem to absolutely smack Mega-Zard. And then I've just got 4 moves on this set that cover the team really well. I can hit up everything they have without an issue, and Solar Beam obviously for Swampert, which hopefully shouldn't be too big of an issue. I'm gonna have to get rid of that Swampert early, but I do have these 2 for it, so hopefully I should be fine. Hopefully I'm fine. Ditto, I don't really have to explain. It's max HP because why wouldn't it be? And then it's Imposter. It's just meant to prevent them from setting up and sweeping. Yeah, not really a lot to it. I just think it's a good revenge killer, because if I can copy Chi-Yu, this team does not deal with Chi-Yu. Like, they think, oh, I've got Chi-Yu, it's fine, but no. I am the one with a Ditto in the back. Yeah, because I mean, even something like Swampert does not want to just be taking repeated hits from a copied Chi-Yu, especially in Sun. It really just doesn't want to deal with it. Especially Dark Pulse, too. It doesn't resist Dark Pulse. It might resist the Fire move, but the Dark Pulse it can't resist. So I can definitely see me sweeping them with their own Chi-Yu. Assuming either Swampert or Great Tusk is gone. Because if Swampert's gone, I can sweep them with a Fire move. If Great Tusk is gone, I can sweep them with Dark moves. And that's assuming their own Chi-Yu is already weakened, that kind of thing. But I believe I have more HP than Chi-Yu does. Yeah, because they'd have to run investments, so I'd have more HP than they do. So I could easily kill them. Worst, it would probably just come to me winning a speed tie. Which isn't a big problem, like I'd have several opportunities to do it. So yeah, I'll be able to deal with that. Spectrier is just a really good-looking sweeper this game. I don't need Stomping Tantrum. I saw Hyper Beam does like way more to Chi-Yu anyways. Let's go Draining Kiss. Why not? It might come into use against Great Tusk. I don't know. I just use Draining Kiss to kill it and get HP back so I can survive rocks or something. I don't really know. But yeah, this thing goes hard late game. If Chi-Yu's dead, there's nothing that resists Shadow Ball, except for Hisui and Quillfish. Which would mean, of course, they have to bring Hisui and Quillfish over their fucking insane top 6, or a Chlorophyll Sweeper. So, you can imagine I'm not too worried about Hisui and Quillfish, even though it does give my Spectrier problems. Because if they were to bring Hisui and Quillfish over, say, Tornadus-T or Ferrothorn, a different aspect of my team would go a lot harder. Palafin. Just simply Palafin would go even harder. Even if it is Intimidate, Palafin still just smashes. The rest of the team, then? I feel like they need something like Defensive Torn-T to help deal with Palafin. So that yeah, they could run like enough speed to outspeed me. Assuming I was max. I mean, obviously, they don't need to run speed. But they don't know that. They could think I'd go max speed to try to win ties against these two, when in reality it's just not worth it. I'd rather Jet Punch than fish for a tie. Or to win a tie, especially when Chi-Yu is probably already Scarfed. Which is something I should look into, is a Scarfed Palafin at some point. But it wouldn't be too bad this week, but like Scarf Close Combat goes hard until I just Close Combat into Vileplume. And then it doesn't go hard. And then finally, Mandibuzz, especially defensive because, I mean, look at their team. Knockoff and Heat Wave, just so I have a way to deal with Ferrothorn, and just I have a way to deal with items. Like if I remove Chi-Yu's Choice Scarf, oh, I'm starting to cook a little bit. And it also resists Chi-Yu Dark Pulse, so I have a perfect switch into a Fire move and a perfect switch into a Dark move. Which, I mean, that's always nice to have. It does struggle, though, against Mega-Zard Y, because I do, like, no damage with knockoff, because you can't knock off Mega Stones. And obviously it resists Heat Wave, and, I mean, I'm, like, no special attack, bro. I'm running minus speed on this set, so I don't lose the heat wave damage, but I don't even know if it's really it matters. That's the problem. Okay, here, let me just do this. Swampert would have to run speed to outspeed it. If a minus, okay, that's fine. So yeah, that's going to be the team for this week. We'll be battling later tonight at 7 o'clock. So yeah, just going to cut to the battle and hopefully we can win this. Alright. Just sent them the challenge. There we go. Okay, got basically the... Oh, nice. No Tornadus. I like that. Links in a couple places. Whimsicott did show up as the backup Sunsetter. I like that. Got Hawaii 5 Overgrow for that. So, what's the lead looking like for me? Probably just Palafin into Mandy or Ditto. Like just a hard Venusaur swap here. I think that is the for sure play. Yep, perfect. Sticky Barb. Just hit him with a what in tarnation? Oh damn, that did 48? Zam! I didn't know you was built like that. Why didn't I go Ditto? Why did I not go Ditto? I'm a fucking idiot. I literally knew Ditto was the best mid-grand possible. Does this have any use left? Not that an airborne. Shit, that's still gonna do a lot. Obvious Scarf right here. Yeah, Specs would have done more to E-turn. Balls. Good play by them going to Great Tusk. I could try to cheese a Blink with Dark Pulse, but I'd lose Ditto if I do that and fail. Oh, if I clicked a fire move, this thing was 2-hit KO'd. But I really wanted to catch Swampert, because I thought they'd go that. Still, this thing doing 28 to Great Tusk is rather impressive, because I bet it's Spadef. Or at least max HP. I want a sec. I'll take that. This will hopefully prevent rocks going up. That's nice. I will take that any day. Would protective pads protect me from Sticky Barb? Okay, the max HP. Spadef. Timid. Did like timid damage. Spectrier with Shadow Ball at -1. Honestly, just want to go to this and close combat something, because they have 1 resist. Well, I could just go Venusaur. I'd have to Mega if I want to go that. How much is Palafin doing? That's it? Are you kidding? Oh. Oh boy. I do not like where I'm at right now. Heatran died for nothing. You can't do max attack. One can do 60 to 71. I'd love to see a hard Charizard here. No, I'd rather this die. I'd rather this die. Because it's one of their only answers to Spectrier, and they probably know it. This thing taking chip is nice. Because it's one of the only resists to Jet Punch. Yeah, you can't switcheroo on Megastone. I think I mentioned something along those lines in the team build part. Although I think I was referencing knockoff. There's really nothing good to switch in here, is there? Why are they keeping Ferrothorn still alive? They must have nothing for this on Ferro. No other excuse. I wonder if they're 4 attacks. I bet they're 4 attack Great Tusk. I'm surprised they're not AV. What is Mandy taking? Chi-yu. Okay, I can switch into it. Oh, I got crit by overheat, of course. That's bad, that's bad. Is there any reason to not close combat here? There is, I'm not seeing it. Did they really? They max rolled? Unless it was specs, but I thought it was proven to not be specs because of the roll on... Oh wait, Chi-yu. It's the Chi-yu on Chi-yu. Dark Pulse is 33 to 34. And that's essentially what it did. 33.4. It did 32 to me, which is even less. Oh wait, I do have 300 HP though. Or I have enough to hit 300. Be like 194. Almost, I almost nailed that. Yeah, that was a max roll crit. Oh, that's unlucky. I am paying the Pied Piper for that week 1 luck I got. Pharaoh, they discover unprotected pads. Debating just slapping up some hazards on them here. What the fuck is this set? Cool, they don't have hazards. What is that? What is that? Like, I'm gonna lose this battle still, but... Jesus Christ, it just took so much. Ooh! Oh my. No, why? Bro, you don't Why do you not have a flying move? Bro, I have thick fat. Why would you not have a flying move? I'm so disappointed. Do I do 51 with Sludge Bomb? Please tell me I do. I think I did. I know I calced this. Oh no, I didn't, son of a bitch. Oh my god, I'm just sitting here looking like shocked black guy right now. I only do 40.4, really? A hero in the sun. Jet Punch does min 51. Is that really something I'm down to risk at this point in the game? Do I have a choice? Man, I don't have Wave Crash, which is bad. But I mean, I'm max attack. Oh no, dude, oh no. Things are looking bad for me. Oh my god. Fuck it. They go Ferrothorn, I can OHKO it with close combat. And from there... This is close to being... Yep, they were Spadef. Did 60%. Oh. Oh, the debate on Earth Power versus Giga Train right here is incredible. Ideally, like, Charizard Mega Y is such a safe mid-ground for them. Oh my god, I took Swampert. Oh, that's huge. All my health is back. They were probably max speed. Now, do they Weather Ball into a Palafin hero with no switching? Do they really do that? They had Focus Blast, Scorching Sands, and Solar Beam. Just trying to figure out... I need more chip on Great Tusk for Spectrier to win. I could go hard Spectrier now, but I'd lose to Chi-Yu. So I just don't do enough to it. I gotta use my Mega here properly. Ideally I can Mega this on Great Tusk, but I really don't do half with Sludge Bomb. That's so awful to me. If I get Solar Beamed on Palafin Hero, the game's over. If I get OHKO'd, the game's over. There's no switching to Jet Punch. Because if all I need is chip on Great Tusk. All I need is chip. Oh, nice, that's gone. I got the Proto. Good thing I canceled that in time. OU expensive, but it's actually this. Oh, wait. I can't do +1 and then do Sun because it activates Proto. I just know that these do half, so I'm doing About 30%, which isn't bad. A freeze? How bad is that? Answer not bad. Because I'm just getting ship. And they can't kill me with another spin. That's great. Yeah, because I can just... Okay, yeah, because I can just Mega and live. From Great Tusk. Headlong Rush, what's your form? Like, they can't even kill me with spin here. Yeah, they headlong. They're at 50, right? Okay, so another -1. Another -1 there, but that doesn't really matter. Yep, the calcs are correct for no attack. Yep, I'm correct on the set. Oh, they can't be. They are +1. What's Spectrier doing with Shadow Ball? It's an Oko. Add the special defense for Gits and Shiggles. 56 min. And what's that do to a Chi-yu? At +1. It's Oko. Wait. And neutral. How much do I do? This game's gonna come down to a fucking Hyper Beam. I feel bad for my opponent that I'm being such a bitch with calcs, but I really don't feel like throwing. Now we're just have to Giga. Nice, Thick Fat takes it. Oh, I just probably win the game. Oh, there we go. Oh, if that flinched me, it would have came down to a Hyper Beam, which would have been... that would have been great, honestly. I kind of would have loved that game to come down to a Hyper Beam. Ooh. Stole another one. Glad I made the risky plays. It worked out. Pretty good battle overall, I will say. I played my Venusaur very well. I got lucky that their Ferrothorn set wasn't good. Oh yeah, sorry for all your Discord notifications, but it's alright. Yeah, I mean, really, they couldn't do much with Ferro, because all their moves did like no more than 12 to me, I bet. So, yeah, their Ferrothorn just... it was built for something. Probably Palafin. It was built for to be like Palafin and Spectrier. Which is good, but I think the rest of the team should have been for that, and the Pharaohs should have been able to set up hazards. Because I lost my Mandibuzz on max roll crit. I can't believe that, because it could not have been Specs. Yeah, because, right, just to make sure, Chi-yu. Choice Scarf on Dark Balls. Oh wait, shit, was it the whole time? Because that's on non-Mega Evolved. 277. Are you fucking kidding me? It was Specs? But I thought one of the ones confirmed Scarf. That's weird. Either way, the crit did matter. It just wasn't a max roll crit, I don't think. Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. let's check, see who we got next. I believe it is, yep, Arca. The only other undefeated team as of now. And yeah, going up against Sand. They've only got 9 Pokemon, so fewer individual threats, but if you look at that team, I don't really care for any 9 of them. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Good win. I've been keeping them close, except for week 2 though, so I'm gonna need to improve that differential a little bit, just so somebody that's like 5-2 doesn't end up beating me on differential. Though, of course, record comes first. So yeah, that's it for today. Stay thick and safe, everyone, and I will see you next time.